Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the February 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages they receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. Also, if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go and jump in and get started, Taurus. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2 is going to be general look at what's coming for February. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note. But again, going back to column number 1, let's take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary affirmation card of I am gifted. I feel like you had this one, Taurus, recently, but the reminder is continuing. I hope you do all realize how gifted and talented and skilled you are, and the ability to share those gifts with those around you. That's really the message coming through, is that kind of sharing that's happened, that spreading of your gift. But let's take a look and see what messages we have coming through here. Oops. Okay, first we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. So likely this has been a really busy last few weeks or month for you. Things just kind of keep coming and coming and coming quickly. So very quick movement with the 8 of Wands. This can also be a card of finding out news, so gaining some sort of piece of information, finding something out there, Taurus. The next card that we have is the 2 of Coins, or the 2 of Pentacles. This is a card of having to multitask. It's a card of being busy, which makes sense between the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Coins. I feel like these last few weeks or month have probably flown by for you. Things moving very, very quickly. This can also indicate a decision, or like having to prioritize, like having to weigh options and only being able to work on certain things just given how busy it's been. And at the bottom here, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a card of being very tolerant and empathetic. And I think you've done a good job of that, Taurus. Again, things just keep coming and they keep coming quickly. And you just have to roll with the waves. You have to ride the bumps in the road. You could have been reprioritizing quite a few times again, and just kind of juggling all the different things that are happening. So that ability to just kind of be tolerant and roll with it. Let's take a look at our clarifiers and see what other information I can give you here, Taurus. First, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is typically a love card. This is very romantic. This is like Prince or Princess Charming, very proposal-like. Again, very romantic, very much so a card of love. So there could be some love movement for you. This could be a new loved one, new relationship, new friendship. But again, things coming quickly. If none of those resonate, this could also be a proposal in the sense of like a new opportunity. So new other opportunity that's also moving very quickly. Perhaps maybe that's what the news is, news of some sort of new opportunity here for you. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is typically new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. Keep in mind it could really be any new opportunity, but typically associated with love. So you could be having to make some financial choices. Some of that multitasking or busyness could be around this money move as well. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Cups on top of the King of Cups. It's always such a nice pairing. This is, again, like that ability to flex and bend and deal with everything that's coming your way. If you take a look at the Queen of Cups, though, we have this cup that doesn't really look like a cup. It looks more like a trophy. And that trophy is for you, because I think you've done a great job, again, of balancing all things that have come this way, nurturing all things that need to be taken care of. In general, doing a really, really good job. There could be some healing associated with this as well. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, Taurus, which is just general what's coming for the month of February. We have the card, I Will Hope. There's definitely something you're hoping for that's going to happen in February. The best advice I can give you without seeing any other cards here is absolutely make sure that you're very hopeful. Don't lose hope. Thinking about prayer, thinking about manifesting, be very hopeful of whatever this is. But again, you can see that there is something that we are hoping here for Taurus. So let's clarify. See what messages we have. Up first we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card typically of not very good relationship. This is bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. I do think that you are hoping to mend this relationship. We'll take a closer look at this, but there is some sort of relationship that has conflict at this point, Taurus. And again, I think the desire there is to potentially repair that relationship. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very important that we trust her intuition. This is a very spiritual card. This is a very intuitive card. This means that your gut is telling you right, your intuition is telling you right, and you should really be listening to it. So use your intuition and use your gut to navigate through any situations or scenarios that come up in February. The High Priestess, though, is also like a card of secrets or mystery. So I feel like there's some more information that needs to be found out, especially if there's a conflict. There's like something we don't know. We don't have the full picture. At the bottom here, we have the Empress. The Empress is one of those cards I love to see anywhere. This is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. Again, whatever you're hoping for, you have the ability to create. And we like abundance. It seems like you've been really busy. So be given that abundance of time back, that abundance of energy, that abundance of money, whatever it may be. Again, the ability to create that abundance. This is also a card of pregnancy or fertility. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this is a good one for you. But let's take a look and see what clarifiers we have here, Taurus. First, we have the Sun card. In terms of good cards in the tarot deck, it really doesn't get much better than the Sun card. So again, there is some sort of conflict or some sort of challenge with a relationship, but I see it ending well. Again, you seem like you want to address this relationship. You want to correct this relationship. This is going to be a good indicator here. The Sun card is material happiness, joy. It's an indicator of successful outcome. So again, I do think that this relationship can be repaired if that is what you want to do. In general, though, should be a pretty happy, positive month with lots of wins and lots of successes here for you. The next card that we have is the Magician. The Magician is a card of being able to turn your visions into reality. It's being able to create whatever you want. We were just talking about that with the Empress, that ability to create. And the Magician is saying, yeah, whatever you want to create, this is inspired action. This is the ability to turn your visions into reality. So definitely you have the ability to create and accomplish whatever you want. You don't even really need to hope. Of course, don't lose hope. But again, the ability to accomplish what you want is here, Taurus. Looking at our final card here, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card of, it can be like kind of a gossipy card, a card of looking for truth. Do be really careful like with gossip and drama this month. Just be aware. Anytime I see the Page of Swords, I always tell people, I'm like, avoid the drama, avoid the gossip. But with the Page of Swords, this is also finding out truth, which is good because we were talking with the High Priestess. It was like there was a missing piece of information. So whatever information you need, you'll be finding that out. But definitely really positioned to create what you want here, Taurus. Now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to money. We're going to do a quick money card to start with. It says, staying in your comfort zone clogs the flow of energy. Try something new to break the stagnancy and welcome a fresh perspective into your life. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. The first card that we have is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card of being really kind of in a powerful position. I think you're in a position of power and you may not realize it, Taurus. I think you have a lot of influence here. your voice and opinion are being heard, so be aware of that. This is also a card of leadership with the King of Wands. So some of you could be in a leader role or be moving into a leader role. But again, you have the influence this month. So just keep that in mind. You can influence your money. You can influence your coworkers. Really a position of power. The next card that we have is the Queen of Coins or the Queen of Pentacles. I like to see this in the money column because the Queen of Coins is about being resourceful with your resources. And we typically take this as validation when this card comes up that you're doing well with that. So you are making good money moves. You're doing the right thing financially. So like to see that. Continue to do so. Again, managing those resources is very important. Time, money, energy. You name it, whatever your resources may be. This is also a card of relationships, so keep money and career relationships kind of top of mind this month. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is really like an urge to create, though, a new urge to create. So it's like you're wanting something that you don't currently have in terms of money or career right now, Taurus. I'm going to look into this a little bit further. Keep in mind, though, you're really in the position of power, so use your resources also to help get what you want. But again, I'm seeing your urge to want to create something. And again, I think you have the ability to do so given the position of power in the resource card here. The first clarifier we have is the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. This is completing a goal, completing a lesson. There could be some sort of project wrapping up, or maybe you finish paying off a credit card or something this month. There is some sort of completion related to career or money this month. So I like to see that. This could also be a card of travel. I'm just going to throw that out there too, even though that kind of doesn't relate to money. The next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. I always tell people this is like the work smarter, not harder. So again, be thinking about using those resources appropriately where you can work smarter, not harder. The one nice thing about this, though, is like with the Eight of Pentacles, this is about reaping the benefits of your hard work. So your hard work is paying off. As you're putting in so much hard work, you're going to start seeing the benefits of it. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. I always tell people, though, this is small bumps in the road. We're fighting with wands, we're not fighting with swords, but things are going to pop up. And perhaps this inspiration or this urge to create is like a response to something else that's happening. I know that's kind of vague, but that's what I'm getting. So it's like something is happening and your urge to create is in response to the events that have been happening. So again, use your resources in your position of power to act on that urge that you have there. Okay, now let's take a look at love. Similar to the money, we're going to pull a quick love card here. It says, look inside yourself, examine what's causing you to feel this way. In the love column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Taurus. At first, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a very good card. This is a card of respect. It's a card of leadership. For those of you in the relationship, there's a lot of respect in this relationship. There's a lot of partnership. A lot of those kind of key, powerful words that we like to associate with relationship coming through. The Emperor can also be a card of good parenting. So if you're looking to grow your family or looking for fertility, this could be a good card for you as well. But this is long term. So this is future forward planning. So do make sure you're thinking about what you want from relationship, what you want from love, and planning accordingly there. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. Again, a really nice card to have in terms of the relationship column because so much of a relationship is regarding teamwork. This is also a card of expansion, so for those of you hoping to grow your family, this is a good card for you. This is a card associated with travel as well, so some of you could be traveling to see family, friends, loved ones. You could be going on vacation together, but it does look like there will be potential for some travel in February, somehow connected to love. At the bottom here we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of being stressed and being exhausted and having a lot of things going on. Makes sense because I think we're coming off a pretty busy month. So just be aware, make sure you're giving your relationships the time that they need. But make sure you're taking the time that you need for yourself as well. Don't overcommit. We see that a lot with the Ten of Wands where we overcommit to things and then burn ourselves out even further. The first clarifier we have is the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of teamwork. We keep talking about teamwork here. Another great word as it associates to relationships. This is also a card of quality. So again, an indicator of the quality of those relationships. This is a card though of collaboration and communication. And this is about communicating what you want, what you need in the future, Taurus. So keep that in mind. Again, the Emperor is kind of that long-term strategic planning, future planning. Make sure you're thinking and communicating what you want from love. The next card that we have is the Eight of Swords. Typically, the Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. Do make sure you aren't holding yourself back. If you're wanting to enter into a relationship, wanting to grow your family, make sure that you're taking actions that are conducive of that. I'm just going to throw a weird example out. Let's say you're single, Taurus, and you want to stay single, but you're on dating apps. That's not really supporting what you want. Or vice versa. Maybe you're single and want to be in a relationship, but yet you just stay home and don't go out and don't take your friends' suggestions of dates. So again, make sure that we're doing activities that are conducive of the things that we want in terms of love. So make sure you're not limiting yourself there. At the bottom here, we're going to end with the Lovers card. Of course, we love to see the Love card and the Love column. The Lovers card is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. So for those of you in a relationship, again, it's possessing a lot of those really positive traits, which is good to see. Could be good if you're hoping to enter into a relationship as well, an indicator of some new love. Also, this could be an indicator of a decision that needs to be made. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it could be a decision card. So keep that in mind. Again, don't overcommit. So as you take on new things, make sure you're making good decisions about what you're taking on, Taurus. Okay, now at this time, let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I Feel Grateful. Feeling grateful is one of those important things. Similar to the hope, make sure that you don't lose that sense of gratefulness. That's one of those ways that we keep our energy and vibrations really high. So definitely keep a focus on being grateful as much as you can this month. And it looks like, let's see here, starting at the top, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. This is fresh hope, taking chances, going on a new path, new adventure. There's some sort of new opportunity here for you, Taurus. Of course, you're going to be grateful for this new opportunity. The way you get to this new opportunity could be a little unique. We have the Tower card, which is unwanted change. I always tell people you plan for A, B, C, and D, E, F happens. But one thing to keep in mind is the Tower always puts us where we need to be. So it's going to take us to this new beginning, and eventually you really are going to feel grateful for this new beginning. At the bottom we have the Four of Coins, which is a card of desires. It's something that you want. Again, you're going to be really grateful for this new beginning because it's going to end up being something that you really wanted. The first clarifier that we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration. Again, we're going to be very happy with this new beginning. Look for family and friends for support there on that new beginning as well. The Queen of Swords is our next clarifier. This is a card of being self-sufficient, navigating through. It's kind of like making lemonade out of lemon. So as things come up that we don't want, it actually is going to lead to things that we do want. So that kind of self-sufficiency and persistence to push through. At the bottom we have the Knight of Swords. If you take a look, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here, Taurus. So just keep in mind, this series of events will likely come quite quickly, but again, it leads to you being grateful, so I like to see that. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 8 of Hearts. This is number 36 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the is the 4 of Diamonds. This is number 27 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 4 of Spades. This is number 49 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no for you, Taurus. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of February. Your crystal this month is Emerald, which is good for harmony, beauty. It opens you up. It's very revitalizing and gives you a nice sense of togetherness. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, the practice of forgiveness is the most important factor in healing ourselves. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and I hope you have a fabulous February.